Magdala family to another sunset. We're happy to be back, and today we have a very special volunteer that we want to introduce you to. Debbie, would you like to introduce yourself to our Magdala family?
Yes, I am Debbie Byrd, and I am from Trinity, North Carolina. I live there very close with my daughter and my two granddaughters, Promise and Tirza, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So how did you get here to Magdala? How did you find out about it, and what brought you here?
Well, I went on a tour in 2019, and I had the most amazing tour guide. And she was from the United States, and she told me about taking her summers off from teaching school and coming here. And my heart just leapt with joy at that thought. And so I decided to plan my time. I went home and filled out applications.
Awesome. And what has been your experience like here?
It has been amazing. I've been around so many people that they're content and they're full of joy. And even though there's a lot of language differences, I feel like I'm welcome and at home here and accepted by everybody.
That's wonderful.
It's even amazing because I am an older grandmother. And I look at so many of you as my children almost, and it's fun.
That's wonderful. And here in Magdala, you've been a volunteer of what? What has been your experience of volunteering here? What area are you with? What does your day-to-day look like?
Well, we get up early here. It's very fascinating. And we come on over to Magdala from our living place, and I am in tours. I had no idea I would stand in front of people and direct tours, and I love it. Every time you connect with people who are visiting, you can sense it in your heart, and it gives me a lot of joy.
That's beautiful. It's kind of like full circle. That's what
Yes.
got you that heart of a volunteer, and now that's what you're giving back, which is beautiful.
Yes.
What has been an experience with a group of volunteers that has touched your heart?
With the volunteers here,
And guiding tours.
in guiding tours, the connection and feeling like they see what I see, what God has done here, and what He's doing, and why He brought this archaeology back to us, and the artists who created things in the Duke and Altum. It's really beautiful.
That's beautiful. And is there something that has happily surprised you about being a volunteer in Magdala, in the work that you're doing or the people that you're living with?
Well, yeah, it surprised me how it was so easy to fit in. I thought that I would have struggles, or it's like dorm life again, or outside kitchen or things like that. But no, everything just came together, and I've just been happy. He's made me very content.
Do you feel like in this time being here in Magdala, this is where, here in Galilee is where he spent a lot of his ministry, where his ministry began. Do you feel any special connection with Jesus now that you've been here with your faith?
Yes, I do. I feel like I feel again the call that he gave me, just like in one of our little mosaic rooms. I call it the calling, and it's when he called Peter and Andrew, and he said, "Come, I'll make you fishers of men." And I look at it through myself, and he said, "Deborah, come, you are my beloved daughter."
That's beautiful, Debbie. Thank you for sharing. And if you could say one word about your experience here in Magdala, what would it be?
Amazing.
Amazing. That's what we love to hear. And well, just as you were moved by a volunteer here, I know for a fact that so many were moved by you and your testimony here, because it's not easy to come from your home and your alley, but I believe that when we are generous with the Lord, He's always generous back, because He just constantly wants to outpour that. Yes. And I hope that you've had that experience here. And what would you say to the Magdala family who's watching about your experience with that, and how you would maybe want to encourage them to volunteer or even to visit Magdala?
I would love to tell people to come. And if there's any inkling of something that you want to give back in your heart to anybody, this is the most amazing place to come and volunteer, because that's what I wanted to do. I did not have an outlet for this desire to give in my heart. And so God put this one there, and it was a lot of paperwork and things, but you know, it came together with the help of many of my friends back home. They were right behind me, standing and helping me to move forward with this.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Dave, for everything that you've done here for our Magdala family, for my roommate.
Yes.
And really, I think it's beautiful to see testimonies from you and all the volunteers. We're all different places, different ages, but to see that coming together because our faith is one.
And I don't want grandmas to be afraid to come.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have spare time in our lives that where even if it's a short time, because mine was only 5 weeks, someone can come for a month, and I want them to be able to feel free that they can take that opportunity.
Oh yes,
They're needed and wanted, and it blesses everybody.
I agree. I think it enriches the whole experience.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Debbie, for everything. And to our Magdala family, we hope to see you soon. And we'll see you in the next sunset.